Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are going to be trying out kind of the new top best of one deck this week in Standard based on Untapped GG. This deck is the top of the ladder as of Saturday for the last week, Diamond to Mythic rank, and it is a Boros. They're calling it Boros Burn, Boros Modify, Boros Aggro, kind of a combination of all these decks. It's got about a 64% win rate. And we're clearly playing Constructed Staple here, Sunrise Cavalier. And if you don't know what Sunrise Cavalier does, let me read the card, because I don't know what Sunrise Cavalier does. 3 mana, 3/3 Trample Haste, so pretty decent stats, all things considered. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as it enters the battlefield. And then whenever you switch, you get to put a counter on Sunrise Cavalier. So counters with that, counters with Raiju, that also deals damage. Blood Tithe Harvester can also come in with counters. Luminarch puts counters. Hopeful Initiate gets counters. Counters on counters on counters. The Bloodthirsty Adversary can flash back Play with Fire or Royal Eruption. That's the burn element of the deck. Kumano puts counters, deals damage, and then becomes another creature. Valor Stance either destroys something or gives you a protection spell, and then Brutal Cathars adds some more removal. We got a Janjo, Sokuzen, and then some Dens. The only thing I'm uncertain of, I hate Snarls, but this list seems to be playing it over the slow lands. We'll give it a shot, and we might switch the lands after a couple games. We'll give it a go. I'm kind of querying feedback from a couple videos to see if folks prefer me doing ladder play or event play. I'm fine with playing either or. We'll do ladder right now because I'm short on gold for an event, and also I'm at 99% Mythic. We'll see if we can make a run, lock up some top 1200 towards end of month. But we'll give this a shot, see how it plays out. Haven't played too much Standard, but this hand seems reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get them out the door. Could be Esper. Notably getting around Vanishing Verse. Ooh. Magecraft. It's going to be a tough one, probably. Especially with the double striker. Okay, we're drawing a lot of lands. They could trade with my Luminarch, they could have like a protection spell, but I need to... Yeah, I can't do much there. I need to turn things sideways. I might be dead next turn. As crazy as that sounds. So let him go all in kind of on this combat. Maybe we could steal it with Raiju. So I put a counter on Raiju. I put a counter on Initiate. Jeez. Would have really liked any of our burn this game. So 12. They got the Vigilance on both of them too. We're dead. Does show give Vigilance? So I'm just gonna show the line here, but this would have triggered the Magecraft. So had we not, we would have had, if they didn't have Vigilance, we would have been able to deal 11, 8. Yeah, we would have had Xaxes if they didn't have the Vigilance. So we did have a turn 4 kill had they not had Vigilance. Those Magecraft decks, they're kind of high rolly. They really are the definition of linear. Even on the play, we probably do a little bit better, but you're gonna lose those games no matter what. If they're gonna have it, they're gonna have it. Alright, well, we're 2 for 2 for Snarls coming into play untapped. Go Den here. I'm just going to go Bloodthirsty to trigger the training on Hopeful Initiate. Bloodthirsty in this deck's a 2-mana haster that may have upside late game. Opponent, where are you? Opponent was scared that we actually got a Fury Calm Snarl out on turn 1. They are Googling the list. They're like, what kind of madman plays a Fury Calm Snarl? Get the training off. Okay, since they have a Braid, unless I played my lands wrong. Doodah, doodah. It's not what I meant to do last turn. I was gonna play them both out. It's fine. We gotta play with Fire the Face. That line says to me they don't necessarily have the Cinderclasm. So this is probably the mill deck, if I had to guess. Like some sort of Arcane Bombardment, that's why you're playing Solemnity Vision. Oh my god, go! Oh, let me hover over the lands, let me see. Oh, he's got 1 mana! There's 2 creatures on board. Oh, you're so smart, opponent. I think we just want more action. I think here I'm more inclined to do this. Getting this going earlier is better. I can play that out next turn. So if I play this out, weird that they're main phasing a lot of these burn spells. I could technically put 3 power here, 6, 7 damage. Was this 9? See Spike Fields. I think we're okay with that. I want to hold this back because if they do like burn down the house. Okay, so they have They have Fading Hope. So we're not going to play into Hopeful Initiate here. Might have been right to try to dig for a land that turn. But I think the goal here, let's just try to get him as low as possible. You give a player an Is It land, they take days. Sunrise Cavalier pretty good, Royal Eruption. Honestly, I take a Valorous stance at this point too. You have your my whole turn to decide if you want to do something. You have your turn to kind of think through your lines. Hey, that's perfect. So again, I'm going to do this. While I don't get the bonus, I still present lethal in a way. They have double Fading Hope. That's super annoying. This player's driving me crazy. We're gonna do this. I can protect. If I draw a land, I can also play it out. How many lands are in this deck? 23. We did scry 1 to the bottom. Oh my god, go! Lion's actually probably the best draw. Cool. Think we protect here. Also the fact they didn't Galvanic is pretty good. Because now any untapped land, Den is also an attacker. They will have enough mana, like post a sweeper. This line's actually interesting because I can hold it back for next turn and I can get the flashback. I think we do this. It's a good question. I think we're just doing this, have 3 attackers. jeez. So they can flashback, big score, they have a braid. So they can kill my board. Oh my god, go! We got 2 dens though. This player is like, there's no reason a best of 1 match when one of the players is on aggro should take this long. Like, their deck's literally just burn spells and card draw. Do you kill something? Do you not? So they're likely going to have some form of removal. I think we just continue to jam. Also because this game is incredibly tedious with this player. Another invoke. Unexpected. You got a burn spell? Okay, you know what, this game's not fun. Time's too valuable. The opponent wants to be the big brain, count all their mana, flick their cards. We'll actually let them have it. Let's give this another go. I don't think our approach to that game was terrible. We are a weenie-based deck, and they are a deck that plays a ton of 1 to 2 mana burn spells, which is going to be good, especially when you can double it up. If we had a second lion, this hand would be great. We don't. Okay, we'll keep this. I'm going to put a Kumano back, I think. Looks like the mirror. Yep. So we're not going to show white yet. But this Brutal Cathar, at least resetting whatever they play this turn, is a good tempo. Actually, we might just burn this. Because I want this off the battlefield. I think that's the right play. The Royal here of their own. So this is actually not too bad, because if they kill it, it resets it as the Saga, so they don't get a blocker right away. So I can go land and then Den of the Bugbear. Here they need like a removal spell and a creature. So look at the ping. It's pretty high likelihood. They have burns. Oh, it's Janjo. That's fine. So Raiju comes down. I think at this point, we're actually going to play this because I'm going to go Den here. There's a good chance they have an answer for this Brutal Cathar. So they've drawn 4 pieces of removal. And theirs is hard removal. Yeah, so now they're in a good spot. Raiju of our own's actually great. Because this forces the block. And then lets me put the counter on the Den. Second Raiju. So I'm going to do this, so that way they can trade with both. I'm left with a Goblin and the Kumano, plus I have this Den of the Bugbear on the flip side. Alright, that was actually a really good game. Lots of back and forth. Both players had some removal. The fact we had Brutal Cathars and they had hard removal was actually beneficial for them, so I'm glad we kind of snuck that through. Our opponent didn't take 35 minutes of game action. We didn't take 35 minutes of game action. Playing Friendo. This ain't no friend of mine. We are going to mull this hand. The triple plains, triple red spell. Keep this. It's actually an interesting hand, and I think in the dark I'm actually going to put the land away. And given our position, so the 2 drops, this is likely the mirror. I want to kill Luminarch before I can get a counter. Let's take a chance here. Play draw is big in this one. So we get screwed if they have Bloodthirsty Adversary. If they go Luminarch Aspirant, which they do. Now we're really happy. Taking that off the battlefield's a good line. I think I want to keep open to white. I can reset, or I can also play Cavalier. Land would be best here. Okay, so they at least have one more land in hand. Another Kumano is not the best, so... Land. Yep! Go! Go, Cavalier, go! I can reset whatever big thing they play. They are on Kumano-tron. I think we're gonna reset this. Because if I get a red land next turn, I can kick this adversary. If not, it might just come out as a 3/3 haster. That's fine. Red land's like lethal. Red land? Red land? Kick it! Face the place. Getting that extra counter on Sunrise Cavalier was huge. Give this one more. So we're Kings of the Mirror. Can't beat Magecraft when they're on the play and have show confidence. Is it all burn? Not the best matchup. Opponent goes first. I'm gonna try this. I'm actually more curious than anything to see how a hand like this plays out. I'm actually gonna lead on play with fire. I'm gonna lead on play with fire. Because I can go face with this. I think I want a 2-drop. We just get these going. Any creature that we draw potentially next turn is going to be big. Alright, looks like opponent missed a land. The Kumanos, 2 Kumanos. Every time I say Kumano, I think of a Cubano sandwich. It's making me hungry. Let's do this one more. That one wasn't really a game. Lars Nellen. Oh yeah. Never doubt the on-curve snarl. Sounds pretty solid. I mean, we are not interacting at all with our opponent. Our interaction is turning creatures sideways. Actually would love a land next turn. Try to get that out of burn range. Looks like the mirror again. A lot of folks on this list right now. Really needed to hit a land there. So opponent decided snarls weren't great. I think it's still right, because if we dodge the burn, they need a Royal Eruption exactly. It might go Sunrise Cavalier here. If we do, I'm going to put out an adversary. Could be another Royal Eruption. These matchups really just come to, like, do you draw the burn? So I'm gonna do this turn, lets me attack in with both. Opponent's on 12, I got this Brutal Cathar. My hand's just not really shaping up well. I need a land. Like, we're on 12, but I do think the opponent's in the driver's seat. Yeah. 3 spells now to interact with my board. I'm going to do this. This sets me up potentially for a lethal next turn. I've also seen 3 out of their 8 removal spells. I do have this Cathar, so I can reset the Hopeful Initiate. I'm not interested in doing the Adversary here. An interesting line. So they have 8 on board. I can take the Luminarch. Means I gotta take 1 back. Like, I'm dead to a burn spell. Luminarch gives them enough, so I do need to take the Luminarch. Let's see how they block first. So I have to hope here they don't have a removal spell. They get an upgrade. Then I have 4, so it is lethal. I think we play this line. We needed them to not have a blocker there. Does Raiju do it? I don't know. I'm turning creatures sideways. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that was actually the perfect draw. Okay. I'm the best Boros player. Those last few turns, both of us were just like, if you got it, you got it. We got to try to take an attack. Alrighty. So we beat up on all the Boros players. Lost a couple other, but the deck felt really sweet, actually. I like the burst damage that we could do with the deck, and think it's definitely something reasonable if you want to give it a shot. In any case, going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one, and stay safe out there.